And that's what's known as a money shot. Hi guys, and thank you very much for coming back to the channel. I hope you enjoy the upcoming video, and let me know in the comments if you did. You'll be doing me a great favour, and that is to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll speak to you at the end of the video, but for now, ciao.
That worked fine. He used to have 2 or 3 weeks off a year, I think, as a labourer, and and we used to go away camping. And I remember those fresh days. It was like camping morning to me. That's from South London down to Cornwall, back in motorbike and cycle, all those things. What an achievement! Everyone could achieve that. And now, then when we grew up, of course, the 60s come along. They're a bit of a blip because there was lots of money being lent out and what have you, and so that people could get their jobs and get stuff. Now, if we roll forward, hang on, I haven't finished my story. We should roll forward a few more years. You find out that you used to get up in the morning about 7:30, 8:30, being work. He started at 9, 5 o'clock. He'd come back from the walk just down the road. And nowadays, and he had no, he'd never been, he'd been to school, but they didn't have it, O-levels, A-levels and things like that in his day. So he had none of that. Now nowadays, if you haven't got yourself at least a high value certificate on a degree, further degree, you're going to get into the interview for a lot of jobs. And when you do, people are so proud of this, especially if they're female, because they think females have been crushed and never actually got an opportunity. Nothing's worse than that story. Any more than men have been. Well, what happens is they're now the ladies go into workforce, so they can afford to pay per household if there's 2 of them together half the amount, because they can still my father didn't have a mortgage, it'd be the rent. Now those 2 people have to do that. Now so they cut it even more, so that they can't even afford to have a baby now. And we've moved to a state now.
Get more debt.
More debt. Well, my parents never had any debt. They couldn't afford debt. Literally, I never even now. I save up for it.
Jesus is a way.
Nowadays, they're up early in the morning, travel to London or somewhere else to go.
Get the fuck away.
Camera, light, action! I've got my money on the Polish.
I don't know. Throw your money. Look at them. Come and fight me. To get an audience like that, bloody brilliant. Well done. What an orator, the pair of them.
Step away.
But look, what happens is they can't afford a house, so they start sharing. They start sharing with someone else. Come on, you little bellend.
Yeah, it's not a bonding, man.
Come on, this is 10k.
The police really, they're both been played. Where are the police when you want? Anyway, they can't afford, they go to early to work. If you don't work late, there's something wrong with you. You won't get promotions. They get half the amount of money they used to get. They pay someone to look after their baby, cut their grass, take the dog for them. I am generalising. But that's as I see it now. Where are you from? From Texas. Do you find that there? Oh, right. So I'm talking about here. Yeah. I mean,
you just said, you see America, they're the greatest country on earth
America.
for giving people false illusions.
Jesus is a way. Jesus truth. Jesus is a lie.
Because everything in America.
Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for?
Not Trump.
Trump.
No.
Not Trump.
These are
Well, that's funny, you voted for not Trump. So Democrat. You voted for Biden. Don't you think Biden was a bit nasty? Don't you think Biden was actually making decisions?
I'll be back 1 minute, Mr. Speaker.
When the live's finished on the other camera, bit of a spat, not a punch up as such, but handbags at dawn.
What is the attraction between either party? What is your revulsion about the... I'm going to talk about Trump and Biden. I'm going to shift it to Democrats and...
Whether we like it or not, whether we like it or not, there is
What's the
no
attraction about the
salvation outside.
Kennedy was a Democrat.
I didn't come to fight. I come to tell the good news. The good news is about Jesus. The good news about Jesus. This coward, he will never touch the Muslims. He will never. He will never. I'm going now. You will see him. He will never. The Muslims, they can say whatever they like. He will never write. But because a Christian cannot fight.
Because so
That's what he
you said the Democrats are more liberal and they give people more
You will
choice.
never
You're a
you will
shitbag.
never-
You're a
you will
shitbag.
never
You
touch
fucking
the Muslims.
shitbag.
You will
You're a
never.
shitbag.
Because they will show him. He will never speak to the Muslims. He will never. You will never. They will come. They will come now. He will never. But because a Christian should never fight, that's what he's. You see, he saw it.
You're really a slave.
It's a manifestation of evil. It's clearly the manifestation of evil. I will see if he speaks the Muslims. I will see. I will see if he speaks the Muslims. I will see. I will see. I will see if you are brave to speak the Muslims like that. I will see. I will see. They will come. They will come. They will come.
Was that during
Okay, I will see.
Absolutely. So when you're talking about that, we're talking about why you
You will see. No, you will see.
Why don't you
No. Because I'm a Christian. Because I know. Because you know I'm not supposed to fight. Because I'm not supposed to fight you. That's why.
So why are you interrupting me? Why are you standing in front of me?
No. Everybody's watching. I'm telling you this.
Why are you interrupting
No, I
me?
didn't interrupt you.
Go away, lad.
I'm
Go
talking
away.
to them. Look,
Simple.
they are
Go
drunk
away.
here.
Go away.
They are not doing anything.
Go away.
They are smoking. They are doing it.
So what? I'm smoking, lad.
Let's
So
hear.
what?
Preacher, let's hear. What are you going to do?
So is it against the law to smoke? Is it against the law to smoke? You're chatting shit, lad. You're chatting shite. You're chatting shite.
You don't want conversation.
Let's hear what you want to say.
Talking about here.
Yes,
By
speak.
consent,
Let's hear.
purely voluntary.
Let's hear.
If you don't want
Let's hear that.
talking to me, then you stand and
That's
listen
only- that's
or
only-
make a noise.
Is that your preaching?
But I'm just telling you, I can't. So what? Correct. I can't tell you. I
The
can't.
Muslims, they will come.
The Muslims. The Muslims. What about them, lad? What about them?
You wouldn't say the way you cannot talk.
Because he's come from his like pissing me off. No one else is pissing me off. No one else is pissing me off.
I didn't do anything. I was just preaching about Jesus.
I wouldn't do what he's doing now.
I haven't done anything. I was just talking about Jesus. I was just talking about Jesus.
Legally, and here we have
Exactly. Exactly. Wait.
here things are very
Come on, you will see that.
someone feels offended. They claim that you're offensive.
I haven't done anything.
Therefore,
I didn't say
and
anything.
it's the same in the States. Don't fault me. I mean, the States are big areas, I know.
You won't say anything. Trust me.
Yeah, but if I offend someone,
I was
then I'll
just
find
talking
it hard to
about
have a
Jesus.
conversation. If they're offended, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll say what I'm going to say. Well, I suspect there's no police here.
I'm here. I was just.
I'm not going to
Dad, to be honest, I'm not going to be honest. My mum was over there listening to my man yesterday.
So you carry on. Yeah, no, we're not getting it. This is a lovely environment where we can all speak what we want to talk about, what we don't want to talk about, engage with who we want to do done, and I will do that, and you will do that, and I'll respect you for it. And you can carry on if you like, or get the same thing. Yeah, I know, but if you don't want to move on from the subject, we carry on going around in circles with it's fine with me. But you ain't getting what I just said, you ain't getting it. But I'm happy to talk about the Democrat. You're not getting what he wants to be, and that is to talk about what he wants to talk about.
If you want to talk, it's not like
You won't get that.
when you was over there with me, he was over there, he's angry. If you want to talk, go that way.
I will.
Step in.
I'm here. Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. There is no other way to come to God.
Democrats don't find that the Democrat at the moment, the Democratic Party is better for people than the Republican. Do you believe the Republic?
Sean
you voted for
Long.
the Republic.
Hi there.
For Democrats.
Thanks for
So you
coming on the
Democrats
channel.
have some
And co-wrote too. Kevin Jones,
So
thanks
this
for
guy
coming
just
on.
said,
Islam
go to the
by
gates.
nature is anti-Christianity.
There is no recourse,
Why?
as far as I'm aware,
To
in America to vote against
not believe that Jesus Christ died for our sin and resurrection.
people here.
Yes,
When they-
listen
they
to
know-
me.
When
Listen
it
to
gets
me.
up to
Listen
voting
to
time,
me. Islam is
When we're finished with the live, in a couple of days, have a look at the what's going on next to us. Bit of a spat, handbags at dawn, that sort of thing. But
that's right. Most people would value a vote for what you're voting for, not as a tactic. But if you can use a tactic, that's fine. But it's a dodgy old tactic because there might be more people playing the same game. In which case, things you won't get necessarily what you want. But at the end of the day, when you vote over here, certainly I can only speak for here really. When you vote as an individual. And over here, you don't vote for any political party at all. You vote for another individual to represent you, which they can't do in Parliament. Yeah? That's what happens here. So the fact that they're associated with political parties, that what people vote often is determined by their political party of the person. But that will get you nowhere anyway, because what you're voting for is what you get is a person. They're fools. They think they're going to vote for a party, but you don't. You get a person to represent in Parliament. Now that person, is an MP. To become an MP, you have to give your allegiance to the monarch and their family and their project. Number one. Number two, they have their allegiance to their political party. So where do you think you lie in that? Number three, going back to the political party, because this is the way they disguise things. When it's in Parliament, they tend to vote according to their political feelings. Well, they shouldn't. When you vote for someone to represent you, and they won't get in maybe, but the person that gets in says, don't worry, I will represent you. They don't, because they have party whips. In this country, we have party whips, and they will go around and make sure all the other people will vote for what they want. If that isn't a dictatorship, what is?
The police will be here.
You don't know that. Tell me, why do you think that? No, don't tell me. Don't say, and now I'm going to tell you what you think. Because what you think I'm going to say, and I haven't even said yet, can't possibly affect the conversation that we're having. I think that woman there is about to assault me. No,
I think there are credible news services.
Okay, if you think that, that's fine. And why? So where to get those nuances from? You said I think there's certain credible. Sorry? Oh, sorry. Certain news. So what? This is the problem. Everything you know, guys, is given by an agent. You're either online, or you read a paper, and it's all driven by propaganda. All driven by propaganda. Whatever you think, I want to tell you something. Have you ever heard of Bernays, Edward Bernays? No. He is Sigmund Freud's cousin. Dead now, but he was in America, lived in America, and he was very, very famous, very rich man. He moved masses, and he published a book called Propaganda, which I'm going to pull out my bag. When I get off here, don't go away, because somehow the magic will be standing up here. If I can get off with that, falling over. Now here we are, and I'm going to read you a little extract, because I happen to have the book on me.
Very good. Is it a long extract?
No, it's not. Edward Bernays was the one that engineered the Guatemala takeover so they could have the American fruit coming out, talked about it earlier, or whatever. And by doing that, by doing it politically, by inciting war, by propaganda. He also got women to smoke by propaganda. And I won't go into detail of that.
hi there, Andrew. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on the channel.
It doesn't matter. I recognise that name, but I'll have to be sure when I go home and check out. Now, so he's a political propagandist, and this is his book, Propaganda. Now I'm going to turn to chapter 1, and I'm going to read you the first, chapter 1, propaganda, and Edward Bernays. And he says here, the conscious and the conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organised habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country, our being America. We are governed, our minds moulded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This is a logical result of the way in which our democratic society is organised. Vast numbers of human beings must cooperate in this manner if they are to live together as a smooth, functioning society. Says Mr. What's name in propaganda. Now I want to show you some other things. So I want to give you credibility in the fact that you have been dictated to and bullied for many years. I have quotes from the Americans. Doesn't mean these quotes, they really said them as far as I can see. You must check it yourself. Don't believe anything I say. But they go back to the last century, in the beginning of last century, that they know is obvious. Behind the scenes there is a big hand working. Obviously, you think, wait a minute, I'll get them out. We'll have a look at them. More fun to come.
You should do some yoga to warm up your legs.
Yeah.
So those, say, 5 people that are running the world, and then you've got all the smaller ones underneath, like Starmer, I suppose, and
Don't look at politics.
no, we'll keep away from politics, do we?
There's a guy called Kalergi, which you probably never heard of, but he was big in he started a pan-European movement, and his mother was from Tokyo. His father was from South Germany, and he was from Kalergi, so it was a big family. And he wrote a book called Pan-Europa, because that's how Europe gets together. And it's quite interesting when you read it. I can't go into details on it. And then he wrote another one called I can't remember, but it talks about his ideology, his political ideology. And in there, he talks of the way that we are manipulated, basically.
Corporations?
Corporations do. Right, let's start with this one. We'll go through these one at a time. Who's heard of UNESCO?
Yes.
What's it do? All right. Well, there you go. No, mind, really, I think that's just interferes with our schooling. But have you heard of Huxley? The word Huxley?
What is Michael's family?
Yeah, that's right. You heard of Julian Huxley? Julian Huxley was, and some other, I think it was a physiologist, I'm not sure, or a biologist in some way. His brother, Aldous Huxley, was one of the famous book. But his brother was the first chief exec of UNESCO, and he wrote this.
Hello, Resist. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on.
UNESCO, its purpose and its philosophy. So this was the founding document. And in there,
Andrew, you're probably right.
I've got a couple of underlines here, but I want to keep it short. I'll read this one out. Specifically, in its educational programme, it can stress the ultimate need for the world political unity and to familiarise all peoples with the implications of the transfer of full sovereignty from separate nations to a world organisation. Right. So from the very beginning, the educational system is about turning you against your sovereignty. Sovereign means you're God. Whether it means God or whether it means your sovereign leader, which is the claim of the monarch, or not, I don't know. But there it is. That's what he says. And certainly in another document from UNESCO, they said they need to not trust children's education. They don't have to face the poison of the family. That's what I can't remember. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Right, President Eisenhower. President Eisenhower this was 1961.
I'll see you in a while. See you later.
And he said, you've probably heard
Number 2 is bigger than number 1. I don't know if you knew
friend
that.
of mine. I've known him for over
Now
30
listen, I'm
years.
number 2.
I've seen
Now
him on
listen.
here.
This is Speaker's Corner, not Speaker's Corner or Squeaker's Corner.
Praise
You are
the
a
Lord,
squeaking camera lady. I get that. Gabriel,
bless you, my friend.
what are you talking about today?
Well, I've just been talking about how the prophecies of Isaiah, Daniel, and Zechariah all talk about Jesus coming and the timing of his death,
Perfect.
and that he's coming back as a conquering
So,
king.
Mr. Speaker,
So-
Isaiah also
I'll
talked
let
about
you-
aliens.
I'll let you
Do you
take over
believe in history? That's what he's asking you. Do you believe history
Man-made
is
history
true?
or real
that.
history?
Freddy, got one
Man-made
more
or
comment.
real history?
I'm going to just turn this round.
And about 5,000
are you
years
made?
ago, not 76 billion years.
You're great, you don't
I mean,
change.
what? Are you woman-made? Man-made? What do you mean that's stupid? Are you,
No, when you say woman, it's a man, actually made a man.
you're man-made. You mean without a woman?
I love him.
What do you mean it depends?
What did I call him? I've forgotten.
What?
Okay, yes.
Well, it ain't working. Listen. We all, right, we're procreating, right? Procreating. A man and a woman had to come about, join, have intercourse. No, it's not. There's no germs in this. All right? And they had to cause a seed to grow in a body, and dun 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 dun,
Miracle.
what you find out in about 9 months is
Miracle.
So you say the dinosaurs was not 65 million years?
5,000
You
years,
know
right?
what,
You
babies
know how you
cry?
can prove it? All the fossils are in
No,
one
because
layer
they just
from the
entered into
flood.
this world.
Okay.
And they
Hi again, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, please mention it in the comments. You would also be doing me a big favour if you would ring the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already done so, that is. It costs you nothing to do so, but does a massive favour to the future success of the channel. I'll see you on the next one, but for now, ciao.
know.